You all know what day it is, so let's run the intro. Here it is, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the Europa League Cup final. We're playing Milan. We're already secured 4 spots. We're already in the Champions League. And don't know whether we have to play qualifier. So if we win this, I think we'll just go directly straight into it. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. But either way, we're in the Champions League for next season. And we just want to gain a little bit more prestige for the club as well. And apparently this is our first Europa League final, or any final in the club's history. So Bolton Wanderers will appear in the first Euro Cup final in the club's 155-year history when they play AC Milan on Thursday. Whatever the outcome, Bolton fans will no doubt look to thank Pietro, the competition's top goal scorer, whose goals have propelled them to the final. Meanwhile, AC Milan will also be appearing in only their second Euro Cup final in the club's 130-year history. So there's a lot of history being made here now. If we can go ahead and win this, that would be absolutely marvellous. But first of all, let's have a look at the route AC Milan got to the final. So they started off in the Champions League then. They weren't doing too bad. They got a few draws. They drew with Everton, they beat Galatasaray, drew with Monaco home and away, then drew with Everton, and then lost to Galatasaray. So that actually knocked them out into the Europa League, where they beat Young Boys home and away. And then they battered Salzburg, and then drew an awful lot of games there. Then Barcelona, notably one of the biggest scalps, winning on away goals rule, and then they just beat Juventus as well in the last final also. Ourselves, on the other hand, we've been very, very good indeed. We've literally won all of our games bar the last one. We plain sailed through the Europa League Group A, twice beating Juventus 3-1 and 3-0. Then we had a very good victories against Celtic 5-0 and 3, and then a very tight game against Lyon. And then we just scraped by against Real Sociedad on away. Well, scoring the away goal was the nail in the coffin for them. But we did very, very well indeed. And I don't think we conceded a goal at home. Right, okay then, the side. There's just going to be a couple of changes. Young is going to play in goal. Williams, Montero, Bongiorno and Vasquez at the back. There's no change there. Biscuits is going to come in as anchor just behind McNally and O'Reilly. Them two pair up. Iglesias is on the bench. I was going to play him, but things haven't gone kind of great in the last couple of games, so maybe he's saving himself for this game on the big stage. But we are going to be playing him, so don't rule him out yet. Maldini on the right hand side. How can you keep this man out of the team? And then Hughes on the left hand side. I mean, these two wingers are absolutely stupendous. Irreplaceable at the moment. And then we've got Pietro up front. I'm still undecided what position I want to use him. Advanced forward, complete. I just don't know. Do we try pressing for this game? I don't know. We'll try. We've got to try and get him scoring some goals. And as you can see, the goals are just flying all over the place. Everybody is getting involved. Rabbi really we need to bring on at some point. 11 and 4. There's no need to stand on ceremony at this point. It's the Europa League final. Let's get on the way and let's have a look at the team that Milan are going to pull out. Right, here we go then. The side that we are facing. Donnarumma is in goal, and 38 and 58, absolutely amazing. He would be a goalkeeper I would look to bring in though. 58 million though, and probably worth a little bit more than that as well. 250 grand a week. We probably cannot afford that, but what a goalkeeper, absolutely brilliant. Let's compare him to our very own Danny Young. I mean, Danny Young's not that far off. He's got the same sort of attributes, but just a little bit less, I feel. But Donnarumma looks absolutely stupendous there, doesn't he? Right, okay, let's get into this game then. And let's see if we could come away with a trophy. That would be great on our part. But we have qualified for the Champions League, so it's not as bad if we do lose it. But we'll get to the final. We don't want to lose this at all, do we? As this looks like a very packed stadium in Bulgaria. Vasilevsky and Sofia. 10 minutes gone, nothing doing just yet. We've both had a shot each, both off target, as we've gone ahead with 2 shots now. as we have the ball. Milan don't know much about Bolton, I wouldn't have thought. Probably tried to do the homework, but we probably know more about them than they do about us. So that's off the bar. That's so unlucky, as we're still piling the pressure on. Williams into O'Reilly. O'Reilly finding Biscuits, and then McNally over the top. We should be able to pick that up with Vasquez. Put the ball in. Byline, cross, anybody? We've still got a chance there, but the highlights gets taken away from us. Another opportunity. Donnarumma just plays it out to his centre-backs. I take it. Garnia, as Paqueta comes forward, and they're looking very, very dangerous. They come forward past the halfway line, out wide to Leo, as he puts the ball in, back post, off. Is that a save, or is it? It was a save, a corner ball. What a save by Young, doing the Bolton faithful proud there. And this gets headed over from the corner. Okay, then fine. 0-0. We're hanging in there, as Vasquez with a free kick. Could you not just put it into the box? As Vasquez runs down the line, he's continuing doing what he does best. And Pietro heads wide. Okay, that's the first opportunity we've seen Pietro with then. Plays into the centre to Biscuits. And then O'Reilly. McNally. Back heel to Biscuits. Then O'Reilly has it back. And Maldini, the wizard, gets it in. Come on! Absolutely scenes here. Come on, lads. This is exciting stuff, isn't it? 39 minutes gone. We're 1-0 up. The back heel from McNally there, who then gets the ball back, then plays in Maldini, and the Italian wizard once again inside the post, wide of Donnarumma, and we're 1-0 up. Maldini is going to be in demand in the summer, I feel. We're 60% possession. We are on fire, and changing rooms. Excellent effort. I'm going to actually go assertively say, don't get complacent. Very well played, lads, but don't get complacent. The goalkeeper wasn't too happy about it, but he's probably thinking, I'm not complacent, boss. I'm not. Well, we want everybody else not to get complacent. As we're coming up to an hour gone, we're still 1-0. Is it just the one goal that's going to win it for us? It's a very, very dull affair, though. It has to be said. 25 minutes to go. We would probably want to make a change. Maldini and Hughes have been relatively quiet, so I'm going to switch them round. I'm going to bring Rabbi in. Actually, can Rabbi play on that far side? I need Maldini. Now, you know what? I'm going to change him back round to there. We haven't got Antonelli that we can play in, but Iglesias can come in. He can come in as well, and we've got one more position to fill in, and I'm not sure who to do that either. So Omar I probably want to bring in as well. As Milan have the ball, we're trying to get the ball off them, and Gario just places it into the box. Pellegrini is going to have a go and then pulls it wide. Wow, that's not a great effort there. 43,000. We bring 21,679 with us though, so is that capacity here in Sofia? There's 10 minutes to go. We do have an opportunity here to go 2-0 maybe, as Pietro wins it back, puts it back in, a beautiful cross, and it's there at the back of the net. Come on, Maldini again. What? Oh, you're joking. He's not offside, referee. That is... Oh, come on. Seriously? Oh, that is so maddening. Really maddening that is. Right, okay, one more attempt to bring somebody else in. Amar, I think. Where do we bring in? Bring it for McNally, I think. Right, there we go. Last couple of minutes, 5 to go. Can we hold on for a famous victory here? First final in 155 years, and it's been long in the waiting. We've done it. Champions, champions, champions. Absolutely marvellous scenes. Absolutely brilliant. I'm loving this. Absolutely loving it. Can we go back to the pitch? There we are. We're walking around. Let's just soak it all in, people. And 155 year wait for anything like this, and we've just lifted the trophy. Milan probably feel a bit hard done by, but I feel like we dominated that game. We were relatively comfortable, just the odd shots going in, but 1-0 all the same, and that's all it's took. And again, another clean sheet. Pietro not scoring, which is a major concern for ourselves, but he was in the thick of it really, almost setting up the goal for the for that second goal from Maldini, of which he was offside. But yeah, the ticker tape lot straight across the middle. It should be across the whole lot. Who knows? But yeah, who are these jumping up and that? Is that empty seats? I'm not so sure. But wow, that is what's the review look like then? Maldini, man of the match. It has to be, really, doesn't it? The stats, 52% possession. It was close in the end. They tried to come back in the second half, but it was relatively close. But 7.3 average rating, 6.82. Really smashed them, I think, off the park. 1-0. Maldini, once again, the scorer. If Pietro is not scoring, it's Maldini. On a wet evening in the left ski, Bolton, Matt O'Reilly lifted the Euro Cup to complete a fairy tale journey for the team. Maldini gave Bolton the lead with an accurate finish at the bottom corner in the 39th minute. On this occasion, which promised so much, the fixture was marred by a succession of fouls by Bolton, apparently, that prevented the match from ever truly getting into any rhythm. Well, okay, I'll take it. We celebrate a double as well. We get the Community Shield, of course, I remember now. Achievement centre of attention for Shevchenko. Took questions. Things didn't go way out there. You were expecting that you were given the praise of Cat before the match. I knew it was going to be tough. That proved to be the case. Sometimes you come up against a team and a manager on a real high and it's impossible to get anything out of the match. That proved to be the case today. We received 7 million for that big win. So what's that? 50 odd, 40 odd million, 45 million this season. It's a lot of money. Medals for everybody. All are happy with the Europa League win. We follow the steps of Chelsea, Barcelona, Inter, Lyon and Leipzig as they receive a further 13 million in the Euro Cup television revenue. So again, a lot more money. We receive another 137. The coefficient ranking pool money in the Europa League as well. Bonuses to be played out of 7 million. And there's the cup review as well. Season awards. Pietro tops the bill with fans player of the season, 43%. McNally and Maldini. Really, I would have thought Maldini would have nicked it towards the end, but never mind. Goal of the season is Jerry's against Fulham back in February. Let's have a quick look at that then, shall we? As we want to try and get through the review as quick as possible so we can start the next season. But O'Reilly, McNally, and then one touch and bang. Okay, that's a very good goal. I've seen a few better ones than that, but it's still a cracking goal all the same. Maldini's signing of the season, 55 million from Schalke. I can't complain. Absolutely brilliant. And a young player of the season is Colotti as well. So we have mixed our players around a bit. Squad dynamics. You'd think they'd all be on a bit of a high, wouldn't you? Team leaders, Pietro, Riley and Rabi, players that are all playing. Diddy's the only player that hasn't really played this season. And it's probably a player we probably want to move along, possibly. But he has been there just in case we do need him. And Arnold as well. Arnold and Jules, I don't think they're that good enough for our side. So maybe we need to move them along. And possibly bring in another winger as well. I think we need to bring... I think that's where we need to improve, though. Another right winger. Because I think we're all right on the left with O'Reilly, Maldini and Rabi, who can all play there. In fact, they can all play on either side. But I think we do need 4 wingers, I think. Possibly, O'Reilly can play in the attacking midfielder role, and I think a few others can as well. Right, okay, end of season meeting. Let's discuss that. It's been a long season. I hope you all have a good break. You're going to come back refreshed because I'm going to qualify for Champions Cup next time around. It's been a long season. Now the season's finished. It's time and focus what we can achieve going forward. I think we qualify for the Euro Cup next year and need to come back for pre-season, same level of ambition. I think we've got a very good side now. Euro Cup once again. Let's finish in the top half. If we can do that, delighted we share the same level of ambition. Probably it's a fluke this season, who knows, but I think we've played damn good. We want to finish in the top half, but we also want to finish in the top 6, but we don't want to push too much pressure on them. So go out, have your break, we'll come back refreshed. Training camp destination. Where shall we go this time round then, everybody? Let's have a look at what the options are. So we've got China, USA, Hong Kong, or Singapore. Let's go Hong Kong this time. Let's go Hong Kong. We'll confirm Hong Kong. Somewhere different. Board wish to discuss club improvements. Okay, what do you want to improve? We'd like to gauge your opinion when the club should strive to achieve a high grade for academy setup. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, let's do that. How everybody did. I mean, the appearances, everybody's been involved. Jules getting 5 games, 16 as sub. Everybody playing a fair amount of games actually, and it's been shared throughout the whole club really, I feel. 28 goals then for Pietro. Maldini weighing in with 16. That is just absolutely phenomenal. I wonder how much he's worth now. 59 million in fact. Goals coming from McNally as well. Rabbi, Hughes, all netting double figures. O'Reilly then getting 6. Arnold, he's still hitting 4 goals though. When he has played. Iglesias netting 3, so everybody's scoring goals. Assists then, 17 to Liam Hughes, 15 to Maldini, so between the pair of them really, that's 32 goals plus another 26. That's 48 goals they've been involved with this season. It's absolutely amazing. Carlos and Vasquez, the winger backs, same with Williams as well. I mean, that's weighing in with the 9, 9 and the 7. McNally getting 6. Wakefield playing from, I'm not sure whether playing from defensive midfield or actual midfield, but he's weighed in with 5. O'Reilly gets 5. Colotti, another wing back. Rabielli 4. That's disappointing, but then again he hasn't had as much game time. Pietro just getting 4. And Pado 3. So everybody again weighing in. There's only Antonello, who's not really had that. He's had 12 games though. Goals leading to a mistake. That's always interesting. Vasquez and Buongiorno, Colotti, Williams, Montero, Carlos, Maldini and O'Reilly. But for every mistake you've done, you've just gone and created how many goals. Average ratings then. Everybody getting a 7 apart from Amar on a 6.99. Arnold with a 6.94. Rabbi 6.93. Batali. Okay, so we've not done too bad. So the players that really haven't established themselves too well. Danny Young, disappointed with that. I'm shocked. Really am shocked. 6.89. I feel like he deserved a little bit more than that. Do we agree that we need to find another winger? Jules and Arnold, we may need to move along. Pietro, I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. I think we need to have another forward. Antonelli can go out on loan maybe. And possibly maybe go for a attacking midfielder, a quality one. Although O'Reilly can play there. We don't want to edge our first teamers out because they have done the job for us. And I think we're going to do a sound job next season again. We'll just look at a couple more emails before we finish off. But our turnover, I mean, look at that. I mean, wages 105 million. Turnover this season is 402 million pounds. Wow! And wages to turnover is 26 a quarter. That's absolutely brilliant. United on the other hand, 665 million, 405. I mean, we're not that far off. Hughes 17 assists is a new team record. The previous one was by Hughes, tallying 14. So we had a magnificent season this season. And Padu is handed a Wales call up as well, so well done to him. Commercial summary then, just before we go. Sponsorship deals, we've got a couple more, another 4 million. Wow, that's main kit sponsors, 1 year deal with £3 million, doubled from last season. And some more sponsorship deals, that's brilliant as well. Can we see them, what they are? Can we see what these are? Annual revenue total, so the sponsorships nearly doubled, like I say, 25 million from 13. Broadcast revenues are up as well by about 9 million. Corporate hospitality, that's up by $500,000. Same with prize money as well, up by 20 million. And matchday commercial and retail, that's up as well, even better for us. Right, the total merchandise sold for the season is 2.25 million, with non-domestic sales amounted to 1 million of this total. The club has sold a total of 45,500 shirts with the following names on it: Iglesias, McNally, Omar, Antonello and Maldini. And Maldini, I'm surprised, wasn't number 1. That's the end of the season. We finished 4th. We were champions of Europe as well. Let's have a look who won the Champions League. Against Atletico beat Inter Milan. So the two Italian giants get into the both European finals and unfortunately both losing them. Atletico winning 3-1. Right, we're going to leave it here. We'll soak this glory up. Europa League champions, Community Shield champions, and we finished 4th and we're into the Champions League next season. What a season that's going to be. If you enjoyed that, please drop a like on there. If you'd like to see more new to the channel, please subscribe. And until next time, guys, we'll start off the next season. Champions League, here we come. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you.